the first thing you need to think about is the fact that it is possible for you, whatever it is. See, that's the issue, is you've been trained, you've caught it. Nothing that you have in your head for the most part comes from you. It comes from the environment you've been in, the people that have influenced you, and your current circle, all of that. And most of the time, that's what's holding you back, is you keep listening to everybody around you. If you look at your entire circle and all the people that you associate with, everybody you can remember for that matter, since the very beginning, not just the last year, the last 2 years, for as long as you can remember, how many of those people genuinely, how many of those people would you actually look at and go, I want to do everything that they're doing. I want their life. I want their marriage. I want their fitness. I want their career. I want their house, their car, their boat. I want everything that they have in their life. How many of those people exist in your world? My guess would be pretty much none. Because otherwise you'd be hanging out with those people. But nothing is impossible. This isn't one of these fluffy woo-woo programs. Like, this is designed to show you, prove to you that everything you want, you can have it all. You can have it all. And that's all I'm going to do. There's no pitch here. This isn't anything that's designed to make you buy some secret fucking program. You can have it all. Everything. The spouse, the marriage, the body, the kids, the training, the business, the money, the cars, the boats, the apartments, the multiple houses. It doesn't matter. You can have it all. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. It doesn't matter. Let me remind you that a year and a half ago, I came out of a hospital in a wheelchair with an oxygen tank that we had to fight to even get, with a list of a dozen prescriptions that I filled, and I took none of them. 48 years old, they wrote me off and said I was going to be able to do nothing. I was never going to be fit. I was never going to be able to do anything I want to do. I sure as hell wasn't going to run. And listen, we had no money. I was completely fucking broken. I felt like a failure to my wife and my kids. Everything about me, I just was absorbing depression. I would never sleep. And I had to have an oxygen tube in my nose just to do anything. I didn't care. Because all of those people around me were the people that were influencing me to stay that way. But I started thinking about something. If I want to do it, I'm going to fucking do it. It doesn't matter what it is, but I'm not listening to somebody else. It's like a disease. Like, you catch the disease of being a pussy. You can't tell me, and listen, if that offends you, just turn off the fucking screen and go somewhere else. This didn't cost you any money. This is a guy who goes, I want the best for you, out of you, for your life, your family, your kids. This isn't something where I'm like, oh, buy my program. Yeah, I've got great coaching programs. So what? This one's free. My business coaching program, the best out there, because I handhold you all the way to $1 million. $1 million business. God, most of you guys have never even seen that kind of money, and you're never going to see it for your entire life. Why would you wait? But this isn't a pitch. This whole thing is free. Free. Nobody does this stuff for free, and nobody does it as well as I do. Nobody. And it's not arrogant. If that's what you're hearing, that's you that you're hearing. I'm the best at this because I've done it. I teach you everything that worked. And at 48, so if you're 30 and you're listening to this, you have way more advantage than I did. Way more. You could be living in a mud hut right now. It doesn't matter. You've got to get your head around the fact that anything you want to do, you can do. And the issue becomes you wind up having arguments with yourself about why you can't. Nobody fucking cares why you can't. Do you remember the first place of a sport, an event, who crossed the fucking Atlantic? Yeah, but you don't remember number 2. You only remember the first one. That's what I'm saying. People don't remember second place. People know who the winners are. And nobody cares anything about what you're doing until you're winning. Well, that includes you. You don't care about anything you do until you're winning, except you get distracted and shut down when you lose and you quit. See, there's no such thing as failure. There's not. And this is where people get lost. They go, oh, here we go. Nobody fails. They quit. Wheelchair, missing a lung. That's me. 48 years old. Here's your wheelchair. Here's your oxygen tank. You're missing a lung. Good luck in life. See ya. I didn't have any rehab. Nobody was checking in on me. It was me and my wife versus the entire fucking world. And so that's what we did. We went, okay, bring it. That's how we came up with this. Unkillable. That's the entire goal. Unkillable. My job is to make you unkillable. All you have to do is do it. Unkillable in your relationship, in your marriage, in your finances, in your business, in your body, your health, your parenting, your training, your daily routine, your life. Unkillable. That's it. No option, no negotiation. It's not up for debate. Why would you ever want to negotiate that anyway? But you caught the disease of thinking less for yourself from other people who want less for you because they've quit on themselves. All of this is going to eradicate that. I want you to look at those people and go, I'm going to fucking annihilate your thinking. I'm going to destroy that whole fucking world that you brought me into because I don't believe in it. But right now, I believe in you more than you do. You have no idea just how incredibly unstoppable you are. I'll prove it. Everybody, with the exception of maybe one or two extremes, watching this right now, walks. When you were a toddler, you're 10 months old, 11 months old, you didn't know how to walk. You didn't listen. Before one of you guys goes, I walked at 9 months old. I don't fucking care. Listen to what I'm telling you. You didn't walk. You saw other people walking. When your parents tell you, we taught you to walk, no, they didn't. You taught yourself how to walk. You are born completely fearless and completely unstoppable. That's how you're born. Everything else you catch or learn. And most of it is to reduce who you are. Which means that when you're fearless and you're unstoppable, you scare the shit out of everybody else around you because they've given up on that. Fuck them. Your job is to stay that way. But it's inside you already. It's in your head. It's running through your veins. It's how you're born. You would watch people, brothers, sisters, parents, anybody around you walking around. That's what you would see. And all your little tiny toddler fucking brain thought was, I need to do that. First of all, do you have any idea how hard it is to balance 190 pounds on 2 feet? Just look at anything. It's not as easy as you think, but we do it all day long. You do it all the time. So you watched people and you struggled and you fought and you banged your head into coffee tables on the ground, got big knots on your forehead, maybe even split your skull open. You fell downstairs. It doesn't matter. You pulled on drawers. They fell out. Cutlery fell on you. It didn't matter because you ended up walking. You did it because you were absolutely relentless. You had discipline. See, you're born fearless. You're born unstoppable. You learn discipline. And you learn it before you can even speak. See, right now, you're disciplined as hell. When people go, oh, I'm really undisciplined. There's no such thing as being undisciplined. None. You're just disciplined in the wrong direction. You're disciplined to go get your Starbucks or to sleep in on Saturday. You're disciplined to hit the snooze button. You know, you're disciplined to make up excuses to not work out, to stuff your fat, pasty face full of garbage and just keep getting worse. You're disciplined to go get your drugs from the doctor. You're disciplined to make excuses. You're disciplined to validate why you're broke. You're disciplined. It's the wrong direction. But you learned that. You learned to be disciplined the wrong way. You learned discipline to walk because there is no force in heaven or on earth that could have stopped you from walking. Nothing short of physically restraining you on the ground. And there's no twisted, fucked up parent that's going to be like, I don't want little Johnny to walk. Keep knocking you down. No. They praise you. Oh, look, he's walking. Take another step. Take another step. So you learned how to walk, but you struggled and you went through pain and you went through adversity and you didn't care. You didn't tell yourself, I banged my head. I'm not doing it again. It's too much work. I'm not doing it again. I'm tired. I'm not going to do it again. I quit. Zero times you quit. When you were a toddler. So between when you were a toddler and right fucking now, you caught the disease of being a pussy. You caught the disease of quitting. Then you can validate all you want. The more you validate, the more you know I'm right. It's not an attack. It feels like an attack. That's why. Because accountability always feels like an attack to those hiding behind their excuses. Take away your excuses. you'll get everything done, but you can have everything. I know. We built a multi-million-dollar brand in 12 months because we went all in on everything we're doing. We eliminated everybody around us, cut friends out, everybody, and just said, fuck all of you guys, because you want what's less for me, because you already accepted what's less for you. Unstoppable and fearless. That's how you're born, and you learned discipline in the right direction. Between that day when you started walking and right now watching this, you caught the disease of being disciplined to be lazy, placate yourself, validate your reasons. You became defenseless and this soft little pussy of a person. This isn't tough love. This is honest facts, because love ain't lies. So if you want to do something, you're born with the ability to do it. God rewards work. The more you work, the more you get. I firmly believe that. You got to believe that. You got to believe that. See, the difference between a winner and a loser is very simple. The winner does what is demanded of them in the situation they're in, regardless of how they feel, until they get the results they want, until they get the results required, until they get the outcome they've been chasing after, until they hit that target. A loser only does work when they feel like it, and even then, if it's too hard, they quit. If I only did things when I felt like them, I'd still be in that wheelchair. Every workout hurts. I can't count the number of sleepless nights that I've had, still have. It doesn't matter. I do the work because I want that result. You've got to hate where you are more than you hate all of the work required to change. That is the only way this works. You always have the same two choices. Always, in every situation, when you wake up, it is always the same. You can change your behavior or you can change your target. If you set targets, you keep them. Change your behavior. Most people reduce their vision. They reduce their target to match their low output. Increase your output to match your vision, match your target. That's where it starts. And then you discipline yourself to do all the work required, no matter what. But that starts right now. Do you sleep in? Do you wake up late? Do you validate why you shouldn't work? Do you validate why you need a day off? Why it's Friday? Why you need to go on fucking happy hour? You validate all that stuff. Why aren't you validating the shit that you want? Why aren't you validating the life that you lay awake and you want? You look at your spouse when you get off this first module. Look at your spouse, if you have one, and think, am I giving that person everything that they want in their life that I can possibly provide? Because that's what I do is I look at my wife and I go, I'm going to give you everything that I can possibly provide for you. On top of the fact that I love her with everything I've got. That's my job. That's my obligation as a man. Do you look in the mirror and do you admire who you see? Because your job right now, after listening to this, is to look in the mirror and rip apart everything you don't admire and pay attention to what that is. Because it's going to take your discipline to change it. And you have to realize that you're unstoppable and fearless. And the only thing that's going to get in your way is the opinions of other people that are either said to you or they've planted inside your brain. That's it. So your choice, your decision. But if you don't like where you're at, change it.